American Hockey League season. The Wild in the area's best wine list. Next time you're in the Falls, be sure to visit our friends at Pelicans for fine dining in a family atmosphere. The starting lineups for the Amarillo Bulls looks as such. Charlie Combs, who has been absolutely scorching hot of late, will be on the left wing, wearing number 15 and standing big collision, draws an ooh and an ah from the crowd as Cook is back in his own zone, looking to play this one through the middle for Staub. Staub with a nice collect here. He'll get to the blue line and gain the zone. Shot blocked out there by Senelius easily enough as Staub was shooting for a rebound. Staub couldn't grab this one as Charlie Combs will pick this one up for Amarillo. Combs with Townsend in front of him, played wide of the cage of Shaw. Might have taken a little deflection there as an arrow will opportunity, as that is where we sit here in the Texas Panhandle. Second period last night was a bit of an anomaly for the Wildcats this year. They got outscored 5-1 in that frame. Wichita Falls on the year had been out 3 for 6 on the Gilmore's Collision Center penalty kill last night. We'll have another shot at putting in a strong performance on the PK here this evening. And the first thing they'll have to do is make sure they're boxing out in front of Shaw's net to give them a chance to see the initial shot. Amarillo likes throwing it on net from the blue line on the power play, as this is Mika up to Coombs, wide there by Shaw from outside the zone, as Townsend flips this one down the ice. Wide of the cage of Martinson in the last 20 of the penalty to Bolio. Another change of penalty killers for the Wildcats here, as dancing around Farmer was a man for Amarillo. Played in towards the cage of Shaw. He'll look to play this one along for a teammate as now Farmer sweeps it, not down the ice, but it just. This will not be icing here as Yeager picks up a loose puck. Here's Lazarus, fed towards the middle, they score! He hit the post earlier, but Oakley taps this one home, and the Wildcats lead 2-0 with 2:53 remaining in the first. Yeager couldn't corral the initial pass. He got it back, played it to Lazarus. Lazarus centered for Oakley. That's goal number 10 for Evan on the season. As the Wildcats once more up to the blue line. Cook wants it, jabs it away from Mika there. Mika trying to chase this one down. Knight comes across to cut it off. Cook has it in his own zone. His pass up the ice. Oakley and Yeager will settle this one. This will be icing here against the Cats as Yeager was not at the red line. 17.7 seconds remaining in the first. The Wildcats out shooting Amarillo 17-8 to keep it going.
I think the thing that's got to happen is teams are playing desperate. Amarillo right now is not in a playoff position. If the season were to end today, they're playing desperate, and we need to start to play more desperate. The little things mean just as much as the goals. The block shot, the back check, the boxing out, the staying with your man. All those mean as much as a goal or an assist.
Wildcats, last time they were kind of given one of these good thumpings was really Corpus Christi at the end.
Well, check that. Hang on 1 second here as we are getting a quick update on the scores. And it is 0-0. I was looking at the wrong box score, beg your pardon. 0-0 after 20 minutes of play between the Rio Grande Valley Killer Bees and the Corpus Christi Ice Rays, as Corpus Christi trying to keep pace with the Wildcats. Last night, the Jets would score twice in the closing stages of the third period to take the win and clinch the regular season North Division title. Springfield, on the other hand, they're falling out of touch with Johnstown for the fourth and final playoff spot. 6 points adrift are the Junior Blues entering tonight's contest. Johnstown will be in Kenai River later tonight. Keystone will be in Fairbanks later this to turn things on late since that big weekend against Odessa last weekend. Ball start off the draw, so we'll do it all over again as Falconer gets washed out. Reisinger to take against Crabtree. Reisinger won this one as Hinchin will protect along the far side wall. Reisinger pulled it free as now a two-side battle ensues. Crabtree trying to dig it loose is Ristagno and Crabtree for Amarillo. Reisinger and Hinchin for the Wildcats. Hinchin had it loose but then lost out as his pass was an escape. Slapped hard. This is the last thing that Nikita Litviak needs. He is playing his best hockey of the season right now, and he is not getting back to his feet. It was a collision behind the net. Now looking to regather himself. You hope that it's just the wind that was knocked out of him. Mayhemish up at the top of the zone. Litviak back onto the ice towards the net, blocked down in front by Azanaro. Hooked out towards the middle, and as Shaw was pushing from left to right, Harrison couldn't tuck it home. Bolio will try to ramp it up the glass. It went out of play into the penalty boxes where DiBenedetto was waiting. 3:45 remaining in the second period. Quite an interesting, we're trying to hack it away. Not the first time tonight that we've seen Shaw have to deal with a big scrum and some mayhem in front of his crease, but thus far he's been able to deal with it all right. Also been seeing the puck fairly well thus far. Wildcats doing a pretty strong job of letting him see the initial shot, and that's making a difference. We'll turn our attentions back, though, as the Wildcats lead 4-1 to last night's contest against the Amarillo Bulls, as we do every night. Here now are highlights from last night's action. Not enough urgency to close. Lazarus runs it up the wall here. Can he turn it to space? Here's Bob. Shot well high and wide, hoping for a deflection. Kosmeski bumps one along the half wall there. First to it was Fromberger, and it's on the stick of DiBenedetto. DiBenedetto only as far as Litviak. Here's Staub onside play, loading a shot. Save there. It's loose. They score! Again, 5 goals for the Bulls, 5 from the blue line. Now it's Bolio working into some space. Austin Bolio into the corner. Here's Staub. Bolio once more. Townsend cross ice. Matt Cook, who's had a fairly strong game tonight. By his standards, this is about what you expect from Cook, but he has been trying to get back to top form the last few games, and he's done so tonight thus far. Shot flashes high and wide of the cage from Ristagno. Hartman plays it along. It goes to the corner. Knight first to it here. Swept it along the boards. Nice keep. Again, won by the Wildcats. Again, this is Sharazin. His outlet pass for Farmer was off the back skate of somebody, as Knight has to play this one along for Cook. Cook and it goes up the wall for Litviak. Nice protect here by Litviak. Sending awkwardly to the boards there, but he's able to. None was forthcoming. 9:47 remaining in the third, as the Cats have extended their lead. It is 5-1. Off will be to the right of Martinson here. We'll get you the situationals because I just realized I neglected to do so. Ski threw it high and wide of the cage. Reisinger centers and Martinson will hold. Lead has been cut in half. It's 5-3 now. .505 remaining in the third. Low, and Shaw was able to swallow it up in his body. We're back to 5-on-5. 3:24 remaining in the third, with the Cats leading by 2. It was 5-1. It's now 5-3 as Amarillo scored 45 seconds apart. Off the face-off. This is down the ice by Townsend. Kosmeski come together. Everyone canceling out here. Wildcats up by 2. In crunch time here against Amarillo. Face off to Shaw. If you're just joining us, you missed a good one. The Wildcats had a 5-1 lead in this third period, but Brady Crabtree and Riley Christensen scored 45 seconds apart. Crabtree unassisted, then Christensen shorthanded to make it 5-3. That is where we stand with 50.2 seconds remaining. Getting goals tonight for the Wildcats. Here highs at 17:07 of the first. That made it 2-0. In the second, Kyle Hartman scored at 3:30 of the middle frame as a shot from inside the blue line got just inside the post and crossbar. and made it 2-1. The Wildcats, though, would expand their lead soon after.